Welcome to the Wolves Den and another action figure review. Today we are taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series figure of 4LOM, or 4LOM, or if you're really old school, Zuckuss. Whatever you decide to call him, right now he's trapped in this box, so let's bust him out and take a closer look at him. 4LOM has some interesting articulation. Being a droid, you'd think it'd be pretty limited, but it's actually better than you'd think it would be, and it's kind of interesting in some aspects. First off, his head can rotate fully around, and it is on a ball joint, so he can rock it from side to side. He can look down really well, look up really well, so there's a wide range of movement for the head. The shoulder rotates right here on this kind of shoulder covering. So that's where it rotates. But inside that covering, there is some extra movement he can have. So there's another joint in there. So he can move it forward and back a little bit, up and down a little bit. Not a wide range of movement, but it is there. Then he does have a bicep swivel. And then his elbow has this little bar, which kind of keeps his elbows permanently kind of bent. But it does have a little give because it's got a little slot there that it slides in, and so let's see, if you move it forward a little bit you can see it slides up and down, but his arm still can only go so far. But if you decide to, you can pop that lever out, that bar out, excuse me, and you could have his arm straight out. Now it looks a little weird having this just kind of floating around there. So if you don't like that, you can just peg it back in, and now his arm is a little more limited in movement. His wrists rotate. This one rocks in and out, whereas the other one rocks up and down. At his waist here, he's got some side-to-side movement. He can move forward very little, backward a bit farther, and he could rotate all the way around, I think. I'm not going to try, but he can turn. His legs don't go out very far, as you can see there. They can go forward, a little bit, not quite 90 degrees. The knees are single bend, so it's not double jointed. He can rotate his legs, so there is a thigh swivel there. And his feet, though, are on rocker ankles, so they can go wherever you need them to go. 4LOM is essentially a protocol droid. He's got a very similar body to that. So if you own a C-3PO, which I don't actually, he will look somewhat similar to that, other than the head. And I always thought his head was kind of unique. I honestly don't know the backstory of the character, so I don't know if this is a real droid head or if it's like some alien head they put on a droid body. I honestly don't know, but I still like how it looks, and there's some great detail here. I like the bug eyes with the gold highlights throughout. Got this weird little nose piece, almost like a breather mask. Very nice, kind of this gunmetal color all throughout, makes them really nice and shiny. But then there's a lot of like rust, the rust color on all the little cracks and everything. So he's definitely seen some wear and tear over the years. Really nice details all around. Another little thing, these little bars on the side of his legs here, they actually rotate. So I don't know the purpose of that, but you can rotate them if you so desire. You know, pretty basic, because he's just, you know, kind of this gunmetal-ish color with a lot of rust, but still a lot of character to the figure. And he's got this little red splotch there. Not sure what that represents. Really nice looking figure. And his only accessory Here's this really sweet rifle he comes with. Great looking weapon. Now this is like a little bipod, I guess, or something, but it doesn't actually move. It's, you know, it's stuck in place. That's the way it's molded. So even though, you know, they give a hint of a hinge there and whatnot, it doesn't move at all. It's stuck like that. But a really nice looking weapon, and he holds it well. Just pops right in his hand, and he's good to go. Like so. Alright, now for my final thoughts. 4-LOM was always one of my favorite bounty hunters as a kid. Of course, I thought his name was Zuckus back then, but that's because Kenner screwed up. But I still really like him, whatever his name is. I think he's a really cool looking character. And this Black Series figure does not disappoint. His articulation is limited, but it's limited in a way that you would expect it to be, because he does have droid parts, so he is a little bit harder to move around. But I think they worked within that and still gave him a lot of good articulation. So you can still do a lot with this figure. He's not just a stiff little almost statue-like that can maybe just hold a gun and that's it. No, there's more posability here, and I really appreciate that. They also did a really nice job on the sculpting. He's just a really nice looking figure. I like all the details, just everything about him. Did a fantastic job. With that, I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to see you soon for some more action figure reviews. Until then, thanks for watching, and God bless.